G'day everyone. Today we are back at Francisco's workshop and we're here for more EV shenanigans. What has he done this time? He's modded his ZS EV and he's made one pedal driving and he's changed the cruise control. So we're going to check that out. That's a electric Land Cruiser there too, by the way, so you might have a look at that another time. Okay, we've come out to a new development with some quiet streets, and haven't been out here before, but it's quite nice. Nice lake. Yeah, but as you can see, it's deserted, and we're going to do some tests on the streets here. Alright, we found ourselves a strip of road. We're going to drive to 60 and brake as hard as we can with the Regen braking at that, right at that witch's hat there, and we're going to measure how far it takes to slow down. Okay, now this is just the normal Regen. Nearly runs out of road there, so right down the end. Going to do two of the same test. Got the local witch's hat from the council. How'd you go?
That was down to 10 kilometers an hour, because roughly about then.
10 kilometers, and then you can't. Then you run out of road anyway.
Well, I press the brake to start. That's when it starts creaking, roughly.
Yeah. Okay. We'll set that down, yeah, and do another run, and we'll see if you get any better.
Okay.
Okay, running up for attempt number 2 on the normal system. Just quickly, for those that aren't that familiar with Regen braking, the MG probably has just regular EV Regen braking. The Kona, however, has 4 different settings, 0, 1, 2 and 3, but then it has flappy paddles on the side of the steering wheel you can hold in to get even harsher Regen, so that's what I'll be using. Okay, travelling up to 60. Okay, regenning. And a bit better this time. Bit better. Okay, he's quite a bit in front of the witch's hat there. Okay, as you can see, we're marking where the front of the car gets to once you come to a complete stop with the Regen. So now it's time for the Kona to have a go.
It just changes every time.
That?
Changes every time.
Slaughtered the MG by like 50 meters. Going a bit faster than 60 there. It makes a difference.
Yeah, it seems like very small.
The first one was much better. It was dead on 60, that one.
Oh, you mean this one?
No, the first one.
Oh, the first one. So this one was a bit faster.
Yeah, I was going like 62 or 63. So. Okay, I've set up the Kona for my distance so Francisco can see that. He's lining up for the modified MG ZS EV attempt number 1. Let's zoom in on him. Okay, here he goes. Okay, he's modified this to have way better Regen braking. So let's see if he can beat the Kona. Oh! Much better. Okay, probably a car length or 2. Alright, let's set the wishers hat up. Okay, so he's definitely beat the Kona, but let's see if he can beat his own measurement. We're doing this a couple of times because there's a slight difficulty maintaining the speed at 60 before you have to brake, so we'll get a bit of an average on this one. Braking, 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 and oh, very good, almost exactly the same. Okay, so here is where the MG stopped, and that's with the modified Regen, and that's where the Kona stopped at that light. And right down there behind that light pole is where the MG normally stops. So you can see it's a massive difference with this modification. Okay, Francisco, what have you actually done to this car so far?
So apart from the one pedal driving mode, which you've seen the effect, I've also fixed up the cruise control so that it uses Regen instead of the mechanical brakes. So originally what the car would do is it would overspeed by maybe about 5 kilometers an hour, and then once it went over, then it would start applying the brakes. So now it doesn't, it uses Regen instead of the mechanical brakes, and it doesn't overspeed, so it holds the speed accurately.
Okay, so are you talking about when it's braking during cruise control mode, or?
Yeah, so for example, when you're going down a hill.
What were you actually trying to fix?
I was trying to fix it using the mechanical brakes for a start, and also the overspeed. Okay. So the original method would actually go overspeed by maybe 5 k's an hour, and then you'd start.
On the highway, you're travelling at like 100, and it goes up to 105, does it?
Yeah, like if you were going down a hill, it will speed up.
Oh, okay. It doesn't hold the speed that you're going.
No, it does actually apply the brakes. So if you overspeed for a bit, then I think it applies the brakes and it slows it down. The thing is that as soon as I see that it's going to overspeed, then I cancel the cruise control. So I can't really remember what it does.
Yeah.
What it did before, but now it will basically, when it goes down a hill, it will hold the speed. It won't go over the speed.
Okay, cool.
And it won't use the mechanical brakes, which is really very annoying.
So it uses Regen to slow down during cruise control to maintain the accurate speed when you're going down a hill.
Yeah.
Okay. Very good. So slow down at this first cone, and I'll record that you're not pressing on the brake.
Yep. So I'll come to a stop on the cone. So.
Okay. There we are. Didn't press on the brake pedal.
So throttle response is a lot better. So for example, if you come into an intersection like here, and then you're braking, and then you see that you can go, then you can just go straight away, right? Whereas the original, I can do it in eco mode, and you can see that it doesn't actually do anything. Even in sports mode, it still has. So for example, you're coming to the same intersection, then obviously I need to put the brake to slow down. But if I press it, see, it takes like half a second before it actually moves.
Yeah. Okay. There's a lot more throttle response on the first pass that we did.
And the other thing too is that it feels less touchy than in sports. In sports it's kind of very touchy, like very very easy to, it's kind of difficult to be smooth in sports. I've also put it on normal. Like I've made it a little bit slower. So for example, in normal, see if I do, see I floor it, and see this, it almost doesn't do anything, right? Whereas in sports, if I floor it, but you can still drive it smoothly, right? As long as you don't shake your foot, it's kind of okay.
Okay, so without modification, we're going 30. Let's see how much it goes up to.
See, now it's applying the brakes. So you see there's no Regen, but it didn't overspeed, probably because I went around the corner.
I keep doing that.
So that's you can see we've got the cruise control. and I'm setting it to 30 so that we can go around the corner here.
We're about to go down a bit of a steepish hill.
Yeah, you can see somewhere it says so when I go around it will probably slow down because it slows down for the so now we're going fairly steep, so you can see it's using the Regen and it doesn't overspeed, so it still holds 30.
Okay, nice feature.
Yeah.